Dr. Jordan Axe here, and welcome to the Anxiety Answer. And today we are going over the gut brain connection. Okay. Um, this is the number one cause right here. And this is really where my story began and how I was to overcome anxiety, autoimmune disease, fatigue, depression. So, we're going to be posting the top 5 causes of anxiety. Gut imbalances, the gut brain connection being number one. Deficiencies, toxicity, adrenals, hormones, and emotional stresses. We're going to be covering the other weeks. So, kind of a recap. What is anxiety? Anxiety is not a disease, okay? It's a dysfunction of the body. You're not born genetically necessarily with anxiety. It's a state of being, right? It's relationship goes south. It doesn't mean genetically it's just there's nothing you can do about it. It's just bad luck. No, you have to nurture that relationship to have a good relationship. And same thing is true with anxiety. It's entire body dysfunction, and the dysfunction includes neurotransmitters, your endocrine system such as your thyroid, and your brain health. Your brain is an organ. Organ doesn't work well, anxiety, depression are going to happen. If your heart doesn't work well, you're going to have cardiovascular issues. If your brain doesn't work right, you're going to have mood issues like anxiety, okay? So we're going to go through all of these. All right. So, and just hitting this point again, you see this graph here, 100% health means your body is functioning, healing at 100%. You don't have a symptom such as anxiety until your brain and neurotransmitters are working around 60%. And we're going to talk about how you can heal the gut where you make more neurotransmitters and the symptoms actually going away. And so a lot of people are wondering, why am I going to my doctor and they say my tests are normal, but I'm having these issues? And it's because it's emergency medicine, okay? This graph shows, right, when you're normal, you're still not functioning well. Now, I like this funny. It says, good news, your test indicates that you're in the normal range, right? When you're on the low. And that's because testing looks for disease. Are you bleeding? Do you have cancer? Are you about to die? No, nothing's life-threatening, therefore you're normal. That is our emergency medical system, aka our healthcare system. Again, the blood work is not accurate. And that's what we're going to go over, the testing of how you actually test your gut to find dysfunction that could be causing anxiety instead of looking for major pathology. So the gut, again, 80% of your serotonin is in the gut. It's made in the gut. This is the number one cause of anxiety. People say, yes, it's a chemical imbalance in the body. Well, where are those chemicals coming from? Those chemicals are made in the gut. Okay? Seems pretty simple to me. And what else happens is when you get leaky gut, you can see in this picture here, toxins and proteins and everything else gets into the bloodstream. Okay, once it's in the bloodstream, you have an immune reaction, autoimmune reaction, in some cases that attacks whatever has leaked into your bloodstream from that leaky gut. That inflammatory reaction, guess where that ends up? You guessed it, ends up in your brain. Okay, a lot of people have inflamed brains. Inflamed brain leads to anxiety, depression, brain fog, forgetfulness, dementia, Alzheimer's, etc. These are all brain diseases. Not diseases, but brain dysfunction, okay? And it all stems from the gut. It gets in the bloodstream, blood goes to your brain. And now this response in the gut is called an IgG immune response. And that means it can take up to 3 days later. A lot of people say, I'm not allergic to these foods. I'm not celiac. I don't need to stay away from gluten. I'm not lactose intolerant. I don't need to stay away from dairy. The problem is you can have a sensitivity, not an allergy, and you can have a reaction up to 3 days later. Now this is big, guys, because a lot of people are getting frustrated. They think they're not sensitive to foods. You eat a food today, no problems. Say you eat chickpeas and hummus today. Oh, feel great, I'm fine. Okay? 3 days later, you eat an apple, and your mood gets thrown off. You don't feel well, brain fog, whatever. Maybe you get a hive on your skin, and you think it's because of the apple. It wasn't because of the apple, it was because of something you did 3 days later and it just responded. Okay? It's kind of like someone gets mad at you and you're like, what the heck? I didn't even say anything. And then you realize the day before they got in a fight with someone else and now they're taking their anger out on you. It's kind of what happens with the immune system. So, again, all your happy chemicals, your serotonin, is made in the gut. And what we're doing is giving SSIR, is basically these medications for these antidepressants are so that your body doesn't uptake serotonin. And so it's staying in the brain longer. But the real solution is we heal the gut, you make more serotonin, okay? And you have less inflammation in the gut, less inflammation in the brain. Now you start to remember things better, you have more energy, you have better mood. That's the long-term solution. What does gut issues cause? Not only anxiety and depression, but it's autoimmune disease, food sensitivities, constipation, diarrhea, chronic fatigue, heart palpitations, right? If you're having heart palpitations, you can't figure it out, it's an immune condition or some kind of nutritional deficiency, okay? Brain fog, right? This affects your brain. And for me specifically, I had really bad eczema and psoriasis. It was from my gut. What causes gut issues? Antibiotics wipe out all your bacteria, pain medications, sugars, starches, feed bad bacteria, nerve impingements. A lot of people, we sit all day. Sitting is the new smoking, and that sitting damages nerves that go to your gut. Mental stress. Okay, I can tell you personally, if I'm stressed and I'm at work or whatever's going on, I don't digest things well. I could eat the healthiest food ever, but if I'm stressed and running around, I don't digest it well. I can go on vacation and eat whatever, and I swear I digest it 10 times better, even though I'm eating crappy food, because I'm less stressed. I'm able to sit there, relax, and digest it. So stress is big. And the big one that I want you guys to take action on today is decrease in stomach acid. Almost everyone over the age of 40 has low stomach acid. And what we do is we give people medications to lower their stomach acid even more, which leads to malabsorption. Acid is how you break down food, absorb nutrients, absorb proteins, absorb amino acids. Amino acids are from proteins, okay? Amino acids are how you make your neurotransmitters, serotonin, dopamine. So again, all these neurotransmitters are from the protein that you are digesting, and you need stomach acid to make it. That's why proton pump inhibitors, acid reflux medications lead to anxiety, depression, autoimmune disease, malabsorption, etc., etc. Big one. We got to get stomach acid up. Apple cider vinegar will help with that. Betaine hydrochloride. So here's the top supplements for the gut. Number one, betaine HCl. You take that with your food to break down your food. Now, you can't just go randomly taking that. There is a protocol for that. So if you go to our home website, axholisticmedicine.com, scroll down to the members portal button, you're going to be able to go into our members portal and access our HCl guide. And there's a guide right there, PDF, download it, look at it, tell you exactly what to do. Other supplements, oil of oregano, that kills overgrowth of yeast, fungus, parasites, bacteria that are throwing your entire gut off. Raw garlic is amazing for blood sugar, it's amazing for gut health. Saccharomyces boulardii, that is a specific probiotic strain that has a lot of research behind it. Colostrum actually helps get your immune system back up in your gut. And really to calm the gut, to calm that gut lining and reduce inflammation, aloe vera, drinking that, and then cutting up ginger and boiling in water, making ginger tea are amazing, okay? If you go to that members portal and recipes, you can download our aloe vera ginger recipe, okay? Let's talk about the top diets for the gut. GAPS is number one, stands for gut and psychology syndrome. So that is a dietary protocol for your gut that is proven to correct anxiety, depression, schizophrenia, dementia, any kind of brain mood disorder. Paleo, autoimmune paleo, these are great for getting food sensitivities out. And those food sensitivities, like I said, can throw things off. Or if that's too much for you, just getting the sugars and the carbs out. Those feed pathogenic bacteria. Pathogenic, pathogenic bacteria leads to toxicity. Toxicity affects the brain. Okay, I could go on and on about that. And then in our part three, we're going to be going over toxicity. And you can download or you can look at any of these in Facebook Live. We have each of these sections. So GAPS, gut and psychology syndrome, right on the cover of the book. Depression, autism, ADD, schizophrenia, okay? Just proof that this works. I don't know how many forms of anxiety and mood disorders I've seen just from doing GAPS. Not taking supplements, not being more positive thinking, which are great things, but just from healing the gut. Huge, huge, huge. If you have anxiety, you have to heal the gut.
So,
All right, top 3 tests here for the gut. Diagnostic solutions. I'm going to go over what that looks like and how that can help you reverse and rebuild the gut. Genova Diagnostics offers a stool test, or you can have your doctor order some very basic tests such as H. pylori, a bacterial pathogens profile, elastase, and calprotectin. Elastase tells you how much stomach acid you're making. It should be over 600. Calprotectin is inflammation. That should be under 100. And bacterial pathogens, you should not have any kind of bacterial overgrowth. Anyways, those are just some basic markers that you can look at. So here's my stool test results. And for those of you guys who are watching, I do have a special offer where you can basically get this stool test for cheaper, with a consult, cheaper than you could get this stool test by going directly to the lab, because we order so many of them. We've gotten major discounts. So again, it's cheaper literally to get a consult with me and the test than just to order the test. So I had H. pylori stomach bacteria. It caused my normal bacteria flora to be elevated. As you can see, high, high, high. And that elevation caused toxicity issues, caused mood issues. All those toxins were being released in my blood, causing fatigue, skin issues, depression, and so forth. Opportunistic bacteria, high, 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 high. You can see all these levels are high. Next page, I didn't have any parasites, which was good. But you can see here, my steatocrit was high, which means I wasn't breaking down my fat. And at the very bottom, calprotectin, you can see was high. And then that elastase was low, 300. Elastase should be over 600. That means I wasn't making any stomach acid. I wasn't breaking down my proteins, wasn't absorbing proteins and nutrients. Therefore, my body did not have what it needed to make neurotransmitters. Okay? Anxiety, depression, it's a issue where you don't make neurotransmitters. Well, guess what? If you don't have the nutrients and the proteins to make neurotransmitters, of course you're gonna be deficient, right? That's the root cause. So off the stool test, it tells us an exact 60 to 90 day game plan through supplementation on how to fix it. That's the beauty of it. So for me, I took a Gastromin H. pylori supplement. I took an antimicrobial, and I took betaine hydrochloride every day. Okay, did that for month 1. Phase 2, I did colostrum to boost my immune system and ox bile to break down my fats. Okay, that's just one example of hundreds that you might get from a stool test. So wrapping up here, guys, one of the last things I did, I have a special offer for you guys again. And I want you to share this with other people. We don't really make a lot of money on this. This is just so that you can get the testing, you can get the resources, get your foot in the door. I want to make it easy because there's so much craziness out there, so many offers, blah, blah, blah. Getting a stool test, getting a consult, I'm telling you, it's going to change your life. Anyone with anxiety, I'm 100% confident I can help dramatically by doing stool testing, by getting the gut in working order, and just spending 45 minutes to an hour with someone, getting them on the right nutrition, and just going over everything, peace of mind. So 1 hour doctor appointment, gut online program, all the resources you need, and the stool testing, which is normally $425, right? All of that, we're only charging $395 just to cover our cost and to cover the cost of the test. So again, please take advantage of that. Please share this Facebook Live video. or YouTube video with anyone that you think could benefit from this. Please share this. I'm asking you guys a favor. Share this video with one person in your life that you think could benefit from this. This could literally save and change their entire life, okay? And last thing I'm going to show you guys here is our website, axholisticmedicine.com. Scroll all the way to the bottom, members portal, members only, and you can get our Candida cleanse. You can get information on how to take the HCl. You can get videos and guides on GAPS diet, videos and guides on AIP, cookbooks, everything you need. And then if you want to start taking betaine HCl or any of those products I mentioned, just hit the supplement store and you can purchase those. I think that concludes it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please follow me on YouTube. I have tons of great videos. And again, please share this with one person. This could really change their life. Anxiety is an epidemic right now. It's 100% treatable and reversible through natural means. And stay tuned for our other parts where we're going to break down each cause of anxiety. Thanks, guys.